I was having dinner with a friend of mine in southern Spain, and he's Spanish, and he is a horse shoer. And he was telling me about his life, and when they get home, the workers from the fields, there's maybe about 10 or 12 guys, and they gather together at the local pub, the local bar, and one guy usually gets out an empty beer bottle, and he just starts pounding that beer bottle on the bar counter until it's almost like a religious kind of festival, and it just pounds it, and the rhythm starts happening, and suddenly these guys that are just all sweaty, just got in from the fields, they're absolutely physically exhausted, but somehow there's this passion and there's energy, and people start dancing and singing. And if you've never seen it for the first time, you almost become uncomfortable. It's like people almost being too intimate, almost undressing in front of your very eyes, and they're just baring their souls, and they're singing this kind of deep guttural flamenco music, but they're almost singing as if their life depended upon it, with just incredible passion. And this guy is a believer, he's a Christian, and he said to me, "Kurt, how can I take these guys to my local Baptist church?" Now, it could be the local charismatic church, the local Methodist church, but would you find that much passion in your local church? So he just said to me, "Kurt, I just can't invite these guys there because they're not going to respond to a place that doesn't have that kind of passion." And I was thinking, my family and I don't know about you, we love to watch American Idol, the X Factor, Britain's Got Talent, and we see these contestants who obviously have incredible technical skills and abilities and talents, and they sing, but they just don't have that X factor. There's something that's holding them back from giving their all, from giving their best. And I was reading an article about a psychologist in New York, and her clients are top singers, very famous singers, and when they lose their edge, they come to her. And one well-known singer came to her, and the psychologist played to her a video of Beyonce. I think she was at a fundraiser somewhere, but she was just singing her heart out. And then she looked at her client, and as her client was watching Beyonce, she was just sobbing. And all she could say is, you know what? When Beyonce is singing, she's singing almost as if her life is depending on it. And so often, we put more energy into being concerned with what other people are thinking about us, or maybe we'll make a mistake, or maybe we'll come across in a bad way, but what if this happens? And we're putting more energy into the what ifs than we are into just giving our all. And I don't want to be a Christian or a human being that holds back in life. I just want to do everything with all my strength, all my heart, all my soul. In fact, thousands of years ago, Moses, a very passionate individual himself, he said, "You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your strength." I was just at a funeral, unfortunately. A very good friend of mine died just a few days ago, and it was at our church. We had about maybe 160 people. He was a chiropractor, very well loved in the community, great reputation, and just so many people, predominantly bikers, because he was a member of a biker club. So you got these guys tattooed, people came to the funeral, and this guy's father, he was Australian, he spoke with so much passion. He would just say things like, "My son is with Jesus. And if you're not with Jesus, my son, even though he's dead, he's more alive than you." And we couldn't believe it. Everybody was just absolutely shocked because we're not used to hearing people speak with so much passion. And I loved it. What I like is David. There's something about David, weeping and finding strength in God. And back then, a real man wept. A real man wore his emotions on his sleeve. He didn't have the stiff upper lip. But when David danced, when he was bringing up the Ark of the Covenant, he danced with all his might. A few years ago, I think in April, I was in a Holocaust memorial event with Benjamin Netanyahu, his cabinet, and a number of visiting dignitaries as well. And I could only imagine, what if Netanyahu was like King David and he stripped down to his undergarments, his underwear, and he started dancing with all his might in front of God. Imagine that video on YouTube would go absolutely viral. But there's something so attractive about people that do things with all their passion, with all their might. And I want to ask myself, when was the last time, Kurt, that you did something with all your strength, with all your might? Viewer, when is the last time you did something with all your strength and all your might? I remember John Wesley, saying, every Methodist knows this phrase where he said, "I set myself on fire and people come to watch me burn." So I want to encourage you, no matter what you're going through, choose something. I don't care if you're washing the dishes. I don't care if you're going to go praise God. I don't care if you're going to write a song. Whatever it is, I want you to do it with all your might, all your passion, and you will see miracles in your life. You will see wonderful things happening. So be passionate, stay strong, fill up your tank with that passion.